Good evening, children. Welcome to your favorite channel. Now here is the trick how to identify edit bits for essay examination. Okay. Now I explain you one by one. For example, in edit bit, if the passage is in the past, you have to use was and were. If it is singular, was, and plural, were. And you must use had in past and V2 form. V2 is equal did plus V1. And in the passage, if there is could, so definitely that is past. And would, you have to write would compulsory if the passage is past, if it is in the option, and used to and had to. Okay. And next, if in the edit bit, if the passage is in the present, you can find in the passage am, is, are. Okay. And has, have. And V1 and V5 form. V1 example, play is V1 and plays is V5. If there is V1, you have to use do plus V1. If it is plays, if it is V1, then does plus V1. And can is used in the present and has to, have to. Got it? Next, then you have to focus on spellings, especially now here is the word believe, and in the believe the spelling is IE, and whereas in the receive the spelling is EI. So these are the some examples that can confuse you. Okay. For example, IE, they may give you in the edit bit EI. You have to find it as IE, and they may give IE instead of EI because it's confused words. Okay. Focus on this. Next, focus on parts of speech. Especially in parts of speech, you have to focus on noun forms, okay, and verb forms, next preposition and conjunctions. These four forms are very, very important in edit bits. Next, focus on articles, especially a and the. If it is a article, you can find their consonant sound, and if it is an article, vowel sounds, example a, e, I, o, u. If it is the article, so the article is used for universal truth, and if there is plural, so we can use the article. Okay. And next one, you have to focus on singular and plural. For example, in the present, am, is, are. In the past, was, were. Okay. And for the more details, I will upload the separate video. Now we'll check one by one edit passages from 8th class. Okay. Okay, children, now let's check it out. First passage. First passage is from the tattered blanket from 8th class. If possible, you find out what is mistake here. Kamala, her elder daughter, a widow, which was sitting huddled up on the tina on the veranda, her head and ears covered by a thin bath towel, got up reluctantly, walked slowly to the gate, but screwing up her eyes, peered into the darkness. So as you know that whatever the tricks I gave you for editing bit, now you have to apply here. For example, now here in the first, Kamala, her elder daughter, a widow. Now what is mistaken here? Kamala, her elder daughter. Elder. Actually here elder. Elder means comparison. But she is already eldest. Eldest daughter. Not elder. Okay. A widow who was sitting huddled up on the thinna on the veranda. Here which was, actually which is used for objects and items, but here we have to use who. Here who becomes relative clause. Who is used to refer persons, okay, not objects. So answer is who was sitting huddled up on the thinna. Now the third one, her head and ears covered by. Actually remember, if there is covered, we have to write covered with, not by, okay, covered with. A thin bath towel. Now fourth one, got up reluctantly, walked slowly to the gate. Now fourth one, got up reluctantly, walked slowly to the gate. Actually here verb 2, okay, and here I used V1. Actually it is wrong. We have to use V2 form, walked, okay. Now fifth one, but screwing up her eyes peered into the darkness. Actually I mentioned here but. When we use but, if one sentence is positive and the second one is negative, in that case we have to use but, okay. But here got up reluctantly, walked slowly to the gate, and we have to use here answer and. Why? Because the all actions are addition, okay, and screwing up her eyes peered into the darkness, okay. Now let's check it out, second passage from a letter to a friend. Now this is Ramesh. I apologized for not meeting you during your visit to Hyderabad last week. What is mistaken here? This is Ramesh. I apologized for not meeting you during your visit. What is mistaken here? Apologized. Actually we have to use here apologize, not apologized, okay. I apologize. So he is expressing his present actions. Ramesh is expressing his present actions to Suresh because he did not meet his friend. That's why we have to use here I apologize, not apologized. Apologize. Why he apologize? Actually apologize means here sorry, okay. Apologize means sorry. So he could not meet. Why? For not meeting you during your visit to Hyderabad last week, okay. Now the second, unfortunately I have a meeting in my office, okay. Unfortunately I have a meeting in my office. Actually he wrote a letter for apologized. Unfortunately he mentioned here unfortunately. Unfortunately means reason. What is reason? I have a meeting in my office. I have. So here I gave have, but actually answer is, so answer is I had a meeting. I had a meeting. That's why I could not meet. That is his intention, okay. I had a meeting in my office. Next fourth one, I remember how we enjoy our. I remember. What he remember? How we enjoy. Actually here answer is enjoyed. So I remember how we enjoyed, not enjoy, how we enjoyed, okay, our childhood day in Manikonda village. Childhood day, actually childhood days in Manikonda village. Got it?